Just a few days ago, we have seen Harry denying that the reason Brexit took place was not because of privacy invasion, rather it was that they wanted to live their life on their own term. Even though in the beginning of their Brexit, they said, we need some quieter life, we need privacy, come on, give it to us. But all of a sudden they changed their story, and now they're saying, well, that was not the reason. Even though we know 6 months after Brexit took place, he actually sued one of the media outlets. Okay, forget about that. And of course we know why that happened, right? Because of Netflix. They're showing every single details about their life on Netflix. So they cannot use that same excuse, well, we wanted privacy, because we know everything about your life. The dogs, the kids, even though a lot of people have doubts whether Archie, Lily are their own kids, own children. But let's forget that for a second. We know Meghan and Harry, they lie all the time. They change their stories, they change their excuses. But what happened this time is something very, very shocking, and you must know. So do not go anywhere. And before I move ahead with this topic, I want to remind you that most of my viewers are not subscribed to this channel. If you are one of them, please subscribe or consider to do so. What happened on January 18th, I believe, in 2020, when the Brexit was taking place, Harry said, I have negotiated with my family about my title, and his wife's title. And he told pretty much that, yeah, I don't have any problem giving up my title, for the sake of freedom, for the sake of, leaving the country, for the sake of Brexit. I have no problem. I can give it up. I don't need my title. New reports suggest that even though Harry claims that he had conversation with his family members and tried to negotiate some kind of thing, nevertheless, this story is totally bogus. Means it never took place. Harry never spoke to his family members about the title. It was something Harry presented to the media in order to give us this impression that he and his wife, they do not care about the title. All the while, since the Brexit took place and they became ex-royals, they have used these titles everywhere they went. Especially if you remember Meghan's book, The Bench.
For the man and the boy who make my heart go pump, pump.
Oh my God, that book, she could not sell, even though it was a big flop, but she managed to, give a handout to some of her friends. But then the reason for that was because those friends, the reason they took the book from her was because the title she used. Meghan Markle, she was caught off guard. As you can see, Harry and Meghan to drop HRH titles and repay 2.4 million. So this report is old, and I'm going to show you the date of the report. It says this article is more than 2 years old. So this is when Harry came out and said, we wanted to drop this title and everything, and we will pay you back all the taxpayers' money, $2.4 million. But voila, now multiple sources are claiming this conversation never took place. He never said this to his family, never happened. The only reason he said this is so that he could come out in public and say and brag that, hey, look, I don't care about this monarchy title and whatever. But we know they do. And this is what we want to talk more about. That the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will give up using their Royal Highness titles and return $2.4 million, which never took place. An HRH title was never given up. Harry and Meghan did not file a formal complaint or former, official kind of like, they did not even bother to do anything about this whole title thing. They just let it be there, and they used it actually. And the money, $2.4 million, no, it was not sent to the government, back to the taxpayers, to cover the cost of refurbishing their Windsor home as they leave their roles as senior member of the royal family. So again, these are all coming in the news for absolutely no reason, because it never happened. But as you can imagine, Meghan and Harry, the porkies, they spit out. The Queen said in a statement that this constructive, quote, and supportive way forward, end quote, would allow the Sussexes to start building a happy and peaceful new life. In a rebuff to critics, the granddaughter-in-law, the Queen, added that she was, quote, particularly proud of Meghan has so quickly become one of the family. So again, it shows the Queen was very happy with her. Everything was going absolutely perfect on their side. The Queen, the now King Charles, even I think even with William, he was willing to sacrifice, compromise because he didn't like Meghan from day one. But he also changed and he said, you know what? I'm gonna welcome you to the family, no problem. All we hear from Meghan is the exact opposite. Oh, they did not take care of me. My mental health issue. I was having these thoughts. I was not taken care of. They were racist. They asked about Archie's skin color. I mean, these things, the list goes on and on. All the while, these people, the Queen, William, Charles, all of them, Camilla, they were very nice to her. And then all of a sudden they found out, oh, this snake is actually gonna bite us one day. In new arrangements that will take effect from an unspecified date in the spring, the Sussexes will, quote, step back from royal duties and Harry will not conduct any further official military appointments. So again, an old report where they published believing that Harry indeed talked to his family members, talked to the Queen at that time, who was in charge, and who also could actually launch a parliamentary motion in order to strip their titles. And we all know, never happened. Meghan and Harry completely made it up, and they were like, yeah, we do not need this title, so therefore we are gonna live our life the way we want, including trashing the British monarchy, all the while at the same time using the same title. They used these titles and they did everything that go against this title. I firmly believe that this is the time the king should take action, and make this happen. What Harry said in the past, it is time right now to implement, and do not back down from it just because you are his father. Doesn't matter. Take the title away. You will see how they react. Meghan is gonna go monkey's uncle. I think that's what they call. And she's gonna be screaming, oh my god, title is good. And I can guarantee you, she will cry. She will throw dishes. And she might even punch him or something happen. I don't know.